Hi, I'm Henry Reyenga, and I want to talk about how Christian Leaders Institute raises resources for ministry training. And here's a question that we receive sometime. What is free and what has fees, and what's the difference? So I'm going to talk about that a little bit. First of all, I want to talk about the philosophy of raising resources at Christian Leaders Institute. And I want to talk about two basic concepts. And the concepts are scalability and non-scalability. First of all, let's talk about scalability. What is scalability? According to Wikipedia and many sources, the concept of scalability is the ability to accept increased volume of activity without impacting the contribution margin. So in other words, at Christian Leaders Institute, we have free ministry training classes and so forth and resources, and it's scalable in that we can continue to offer this free training as long as it does not become non-scalable. Let me talk about what non-scalable is. An added cost to products or services that must be given specialized attention. So let's talk about this in detail so you understand what I'm talking about. First of all, scalable free training. At Christian Leaders Institute, we raise donations that you can take all the classes free. Most classes can be taken on any device. They're responsive. You can download all the books for the classes. Last year, 2015, over 18,179 classes were taken, and they were taken in this scalable concept. It's with technology, computers, the whole thing is written in code, thousands and thousands of pages of code, and no matter how large we would become, the increased amount of students that fit into this scalable training model could be millions, and it would not affect the budget in a significant way. So we can give scalable free awards. You can track all your accomplishments. You then can print out these unofficial awards. You can print out your unofficial transcript. What this allows us to do is to have a scalable donation model for free training. So any donations pay for the development of classes. The raising of resources for the scalable model so we can raise more resources can be done. Maintenance of the scalable model, continuation of Christian Leaders Institute, paying for such things as the web fees, server fees, improvement to our scalable educational interface. All of those things can be done with the scalable training in mind. The research and development of how to expand the scalable model everywhere. Classes being translated into more languages to reach more of the world, to raise up more revival leaders. And building long-term kingdom relationships and partners to help bring some of the best possible education, ministry education online. And there's even more things that are part of this scalable donation model for free training. Now, let's talk about the non-scalable premium products and services. Here's what we learned. As we were giving out these free classes, and they were going all over the world, graduates and students overwhelmingly asked for things that were non-scalable, like certain products or services. And it added a complicated challenge to serve them. How do we personalize, individualize these certificates for official certificates and such things as degrees? How do we personalize them and not have our budget go to the point where we would shut down our scalable model of ministry training? Now, what were some of those services that are being asked for all the time? Well, personalized awards. Someone graduates and they would like that official award so they can show people, yes, it's official, it's real. It has the embossed standard of Christian Leaders Institute on this award. What about added value such as accreditation awards? People say, you know what, I don't just want to print out an unofficial award. I could have made that up in my PowerPoint or in my Word program. I want the one that shows that this is accredited and I can show people. Or the degree program is an example of that. The degree program, there's expectations throughout our world that a degree has to be verified, that someone has to, in a verified way, do the work. There's such things as transcript services. There's transfer issues. There are organizations that need to be talked to. Each person individually must be given individual attention if we're going to grant the student's request to offer these degree programs. And that created for us a problem. How do we do that? So when we offered the degree program last year, we sort of, in a sense, did a trial balloon on this. We put it out there in 2015. So now as 2016 comes along, we're starting to understand the difference between the free ministry training and that personalized degree that can be transferred to places like Calvin Seminary, Western Seminary, Northern Baptist Vision University, and the costs associated with that. And those costs, because they're personalized to an individual student, those are fees that we pass on to the students. Relationships with outside schools, that takes effort or work. When I founded Christian Leaders Institute, my goal was just to give the highest quality free training everywhere and see what happened. We have added staff time. We have other products that are asked for. We often get asked for Bible study materials, for other materials that come maybe out of a Christian Leaders Institute publications division. These are things that we're going to get into, but those are the things that some students may want and others may not want. Our goal in this non-scalable service is to serve our clientele, our students, our leaders, our Christian leaders, and give them everything they need to do even better. So you will see communication from us. We'll ask for donations, but when we ask for a donation, those donations are for that scalable piece, the technology, the free training, those things that it doesn't matter if we have 10,000 students, 50,000 students, or 1 million students, and we know we can deliver that at a very small cost increment up as the numbers increase. When we ask for fees, or when we promote fees or advertise things like certificates, or we advertise products, those are those things that are non-scalable, that will pass the cost on to those leaders who want that premium service. So when you receive communications from us, know that part of those communications will be for donations in making free ministry training available everywhere in the world. That's the donation model of education. Or it's going to be on, here's some services or some things that students might be interested in. If you're not interested in that, so be it. Our goal is to raise up more and more revival leaders.